Hi guys, today I'm going to share with you about a principle of reciprocity which I read from a book. I think it's interesting to share because this principle is applied everywhere, and a lot of people are practicing the principle without knowing they are practicing it. The principle of reciprocity is a principle which says that if you do something good for someone, you will receive that good. Or if you give someone something, you will receive that things right now or after a while. This principle is applied in various fields, including marketing, in the area of negotiation, and also in law, in contracting law. Now, what happens is in the contracting laws when you decide to to offer somebody something, you would state in a statement expressing your offer, and by means of offer, you also expecting something back, which is supposed to be written down in the contract clause. And this is how the principle of reciprocity is written down, and people notice that if he offers somebody something, and that somebody will have to offer something back, and they shall be explicitly written down. In the area of marketing, if for a lot of firms, for example, they're trying to give out gifts, they're free gifts, of course, and give away for free and without any charge. That's the reason of the principle of reciprocity. So when they are giving things away, um, they expect that people will think back, oh, okay, I've got all of these things from these companies for free, and I should think about being grateful. I cannot be somebody who is ungrateful. I am a human. I have been educated. I live in a civilized world. I cannot just get something from somebody without return of goodness. So a lot of firms are applying this strategy because they know that when they're giving away free gifts or free assistance, in return people will think about it, the goodness and the helpfulness that they receive, and they will return all of those things and those services. But for clients or customers, they don't actually return in terms of exactly what was given, like the gifts that the company was giving to them, and they cannot just give the gift because it depends on their capacities and their ability to produce something in returns. So generally, for customers and clients, they would probably purchase, the products that are sold by the firms in returns for the goodness that they receive from the firms, or in return for the free gifts that they receive from the firms. This is how the customers, the client generate their gratitude towards their firms. But the thing is, how can you avoid these traps if you know that a lot of firms, after you learn this principle, you know that these firms are applying this principle because they know at the end of the day they will win, if the customer receive their assistance or their free gifts. So what kind of strategies or what kind of avoidance would you as customers trying to do in order to not get into these traps of gratefulness, and you feel um, obliged to return anything good, My advice is also advice from the book, is that we just have to ignore, if you cannot, maybe you don't get the free gifts because you feel you will return the goodness, or maybe if it's unavoidable, you have to um, receive the free gifts or the free service. um, you have to think by yourself that it's not your fault, it's not something that you are obliged to return. You have to try to define what free gift or free assistance is. Supposingly, if it is if it's, for example, a small gift, something like a cheap phone, $20 phone, you get it. You have to to recognize that this is a free gift. So when it's free gift, the giver or the firm also run into this risk. They cannot suppose that, or they cannot expect that whatever they give they will receive. And for you also, because any business, for you also, because any business might have risk, and by defining risk of the company, which they could lose supports in this regard too. I mean, the support in return. So when you think that way, you will feel like a little bit easier. You're not obliged to do it, but because your mind, habitually, you have your mindset, which exists within you. You always feel you have to return something, but at this time, if you already fell in this trap, you don't have to buy. You always have option. Okay, I would like to end the day of this principle of reciprocity by now. I hope if it's not enough, I will make it up in another session. But if it's enough, I would move on to another principle. Thank you.